In the 1980s, there weren't many directors quite as distinguished in horror as John Carpenter. Not only was he good, but multifaceted, having made respected films of different genres like Assault on Precinct 13 and Escape from New York. Carpenter definitely had a grounded approach to his films, and he was somebody who could effectively toe that line between reality and the supernatural. 1983 brought us Christine, Carpenter's second and last major studio-produced film to date. Christine is actually based off of a Stephen King story of the same name, and it's the tale of a creepy classic car with a supernatural twist. It's out for blood. Yeah, a killer car. How ridiculous. I think even in the early 80s, this film seemed a little silly to make, so Hollywood went out and picked none other than John Carpenter to direct. If there was anyone who could make a movie about a killer car scary, it was definitely him. We follow a couple of friends who seem to be at different ends of the popularity spectrum. There's Dennis, a high school football player, and his nerdy friend Arnie, a sheltered kid who obviously has to get bullied by the school asshole.
Arnie Cunningham. Why doesn't it say Cunningham?
Who says that? They come across an old car owned by a creepy shovel guy from Home Alone, and Arnie quickly falls in love with it, fixes it up, and it soon becomes an obsession, changing him from common dweeb to Hot Wheel hunk. But soon the car starts doing eerie stuff, acting up on its own and locking its own windows. While everyone realizes something is up with this car, Arnie thinks everyone is jealous, and that just turns to anger within him. He calls everyone a shitter, like the whole movie he does. Not too long goes by without us finding out that Christine, the car, has a ghostly presence to her and is a jealous bitch of a car, killing anyone who gets in the way of her and Arnie. With a concept so out there and bizarre, Carpenter does his best, and the product is a pretty entertaining flick. It's hard to make a serious film about a killer car, but the movie stays in its grounded world quite well. Some of the characters are too cliche, like the John Travolta wannabe bully, but we have some really awesome characters there too, like the garage mechanic. He's hilarious. But the film really is about the arc that Arnie goes through, as the car literally drives him crazy. I also wish the soundtrack was played more, because with any Carpenter film comes an awesome soundtrack. Overall, Christine is a fun and sometimes creepy flick that benefits from the best of John Carpenter's talents. Some awesome wacky characters and decent performances. This is one to definitely watch on a date for sure. Perhaps at a drive-in theater?